Hi friends, hello everyone. As you can understand from the title of this video, we will talk about our triceps here. Something it is here somewhere. And here I will show you, well, if not all, then the absolute majority of exercises with kettlebell in order to train our triceps. Perhaps it's you who have such kettlebell lying around somewhere at home or in the garage, or maybe it is who are currently training in such conditions. There is only a kettlebell and you are thinking how to diversify your training progress. It's for people like you that I have created a special playlist on my channel in which I periodically post videos in which I show absolutely all exercises with kettlebell for a particular muscle group. Therefore, be sure to follow the link in the description to the playlist and see what other videos are there. Perhaps there are already a lot of them there by this point, or maybe not. I would like to say a special thank you to the guys for the asset under the previous video. Thank you very much for your activity. Well, now, as in all previous videos with kettlebell, I want to make a small remark. If you work 15 or more times per set, you are working on your red muscle fibers, which are responsible for endurance. If you work 8, 10 reps, 12, while not reaching 15, all that is less often is work on your wide muscle fibers, that is, work on your straight indicators, more straight training. Therefore, choose the amount that you need. As for the approach, I recommended doing 4 working approaches in each of the exercises. Naturally, all the exercises that I will show in this video, they are not a full-fledged training program, and you do not need to do them in a row or something else, because such questions arise. This is just an exercise to diversify your training plan. You never know, suddenly you didn't know. But now let's get down to the exercises. And yes, the base. Then we do the extension of the arm. We do not pull our elbow away much. It is advisable to press our elbows and do such extensions. Naturally, if the weight is very large and it will be too difficult for you to control this elbow rotation, it will be double difficult. Therefore, choose the weight so that your technique does not break. Well, now let's get to this video. Let's go. The first exercise is a base, extension of one arm from behind the head. When you work with the kettlebell, then training triceps take it deeper, so that the ear of the kettlebell lies diagonally across your palm. Thanks to this position, it will be much more convenient to perform the exercise. This exercise can be performed in 4 variations: standing, sitting, lying, and in limited amplitude. That is, from the floor and lying on a chair or bench in full amplitude. Next comes the variation of extensions to the triceps with a grip from above. It is quite difficult to perform extensions in this way, because in addition to the fact that you have a slightly different triceps head, there is also an additional load on your grip and the forearms as a whole, but this makes the exercise even more effective. It is also performed in 4 variations. Next, we move on the more familiar two-handed extension. Stretching with 2 hands with the kettlebell will be much easier to do than doing one at a time. And there are many variations here. Dipping on the grip, you load your triceps and extra muscle differently. So, for example, stretching on the triceps, gripping weights on the sides will also allow you to work out the strength of your grip well. And yes, as I told you at the very beginning of this video, keep an eye on your elbows in all extensions with both hands. Try to keep your elbows not too far apart, and even better, keep them as close to your head as possible. I understand that this is quite difficult to control, and if you're training with a partner, you can ask him to hold his hand in such a way that your elbows do not move apart. exercise 21st is a rather complicated variation of extensions using a belt. The difficulty lies in the fact that you spend additional force on squeezing the belt, and if you do not hold it with insufficient force, then your kettlebell will simply fall off. th exercise, stretching the arms in a tilt, also works out our triceps very well. The main points pay attention to are the position of your elbow, try not to lower it and do the exercise under control. Also, after playing with the position of your hand, you can load your triceps differently to one degree or another. Also, the same exercise can be performed with support, slightly easing it. And finally, I wanted to tell you, of course, the triceps is no worse worked out than using exercise with your own weight, namely such as reverse push-ups and push-ups from the floor. Also, you can include push-ups from the bars. I didn't not shoot it, but with the certain position of your torso on the bars with extra weight, namely with the kettlebell, you will also work out the triceps perfectly. Well friends, that's how I got the video. Be sure put your likes and subscribe to my channel. If this is your first time here, be sure to click on the link to the same playlist which contains several more videos about biceps and forearm, which are also shoot on the same format. There are a lot of exercises there, and perhaps it was you who learned quite a lot of exercise from here, and this video will be very useful to you, and you will diversify your training progress, and maybe even show this exercise to your friends. Be sure to write comments under this video. What kind of exercise did I miss? Perhaps there is such a thing. I'm not denying it. And of course, don't forget about my Instagram. As always, I wish you to be in shape and develop professionally. See you soon!